Alright, it's paused because I made up my mind. I'm gonna add yet another game to the recording, what would I call it? Table of contents? No, fucking it, this is why I restart videos and like... Not restart, this is why I restart a recording like thrice or even 4 times in a row because I'm not happy with the introduction. Fuck it, I'll leave it in this time. I'm gonna add yet another game. Well, I'm saying yet another, but in fact I'm recording just 2 games at the time. I'll add a 3rd game. How about that? Sound good? I think so. But I think I'll be recording and releasing videos from it quite sporadically. That means very scarcely. But I'll add it. The game in question is... I thought of leaving it as a surprise, but I think it's better to explain now what it is than to just toss out there that I'm gonna be playing this game and for you then to find out what it is. Which I think is the better way to do it, in my opinion. Because you then get to know, like, things, whether you like it or not. And... well... see, that's another reason why I just restarted recording. Because that got tangled up and I got lost in what I wanted to say. And now it sounds like really shit in my head. Anyway. To not, you know, make any more mistakes, I'll add Watch Dogs 2 as a recording... recording game? No! As a title for recording. Damn it, I'm making so many mistakes, and it's like... but it's kinda refreshing to just leave them in. And to say fuck it every once in a while. So anyway. Yes, I didn't another mistake. I didn't mean... What was I even going to say there? Yes, the screen pause and the gray out, or the fade out, was intentional. I wanted it to be paused, because... like, even the simplest of sounds will distract me if I'm trying to focus, so that's why I paused. And the simplest of sounds being both the in-game music, which was playing anyway, but mainly the pickaxe. Pickaxe is constructing buildings. Actually, where do I think I place these like this. Damn, I feel like I'm role-playing as the Scarlet Crusade, making a base in middle of nowhere, surrounded by undead. Well, it's not really surrounded, but hey, you get the idea, right? Alrighty. So the groups are out. Alright. I'm gonna also grab a... I'm not. I take it back, I'm not gonna grab a thing. But I was going to grab a few shamans, because I think those would go well in hand with, not the orc units, mind you, but with the human units, because of this skill. 60 damage to nearby units, and there's a 25% holy shit. And there's a 25% chance. So it's like, every hit has a chance to do 75 to 79. And if you apply Bloodlust to these units, and there's a... unless I'll be facing Infernals, there's a pretty large chance... Don't you dare to come and attack me. Please, no. There's a pretty large chance that the units will survive to at least, like, do 2 to 4 hits, if nothing else. Because of having 16 armor on the footman. Command me. No, please stop sending units. It's like... Forces of Stormwind are feeding the, undead, like, bits. Stop. Right there, criminal scum. Okay.
I'm here to help. Orders? Right. Need something.
It's at 50 out of 60.
Yes, me lord.
I need to get some farms going.
Off I go then. Alright. Yes, me lord. Off I go
There,
then.
that should do it. Oh, you fuck off! Those are my towers, bitch. No, seriously. Fuck off. You little shit. Get wiped. Peasant. No, I'll have to fucking rebuild that tower. What a waste of resources and time. I mean, one could also say that about the introduction because I didn't redo it, but hey, shots fired. That's what you want to say, sure. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna wait for the 100. I'm gonna make these two... probably guard towers. So that I can at least pretend that they're doing damage, you know? It's not like any amount of towers. Well, maybe like 200, 100, maybe even like 70, 80 towers would actually matter in the face of 8 Infernals. But... Alright, so they're gonna be attacking the right side and completely ignore the left side. Because if my theory is correct, there's the only threat that's ever gonna arrive will be from the left side. If the right side doesn't have any... You know what, fuck it, let's do a... Oh my god, no. These trees have... but of course, if you have a look at the collision size of a tree, that's the size, and that's the collision size. So what did I expect? There's no way I'm gonna be able to make an effective block with... fuck it. I'll just build a town hall, because why not? Let's RP. Build a town hall over here. I'm gonna start collecting some lumber, because that's what I'm low on. And there's unarguably more than enough left in my base, you know, considering how many trees there are, because of their collision sizes, but... Okay, so, let's grab a stronghold. Great. 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna save now, and I'm gonna... Wait, that's only 48 out of 70? What? I had 50 when I started building these farms. So I think I'm soft-locked to, Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Well, I'm just gonna grab Footman. Gonna use this for research. Upgrade these. Yeah. Whatever. Shame that, like, I can't... Perhaps if there was something, and that's like another finishing touch or a detail. Perhaps if I could go here and, like, build a town hall or something, and I'd get control of these. Although I think building a town hall is probably, like, too much effort for all of this, but... Still, you know, if one could do it... Oh, 0 out of 5. Right. I should do this. Alright, you're gonna be left over here. You'll be guarding the lumber mill. 1, 2, 3. 3 becomes 4. This becomes 3. Let's put in some more footmen. Let's actually get that research going. Yeah, Tichondrius is an issue. Not because he's Tichondrius, but because he has Infernals, and a lot of them. Without them, I think maybe the AI, after I dealt with the purple base, the AI would be able to deal with Tichondrius and everyone else themselves. Although, it's arguable because neither of the paladins actually go out to do anything. They're just standing there, in case. Yeah, it is training things. I mean, they have peasants, but they're not exactly doing anything. It's almost as if these forces of Lordaeron, along with the hero, are different from these forces of Lordaeron. Okay. There we go. Alright, how far are the shamans? Not that far. Good. Alright, I'm gonna need a burrow or two to actually pick up like 5 to 6 shamans. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna wait for the shamans, because with them I think it's gonna take a while. So that's one thing to take into account. But it should be, like, it should be glorious. And I was thinking, I was thinking of like grabbing a fire orb, just to further the or further. Not sure which one of those. Probably like Farden, I would guess. But that sounds weird. Anyway, in other words, to ink. No. No! Fuck off! Turn the other way around!
The light is my strength.
Work complete.
Certainly.
Hey, will you go back?
For my
No?
father, the king.
Alright, fuck off.
Something you're doing? I can do
There we go. That archer wanted to live. He struggled for a second, but then he decided his life is actually hold some worth to him.
Justice shall be done. Certainly.
Hold some worth.
For
Ah, so many things why I'd want to restart the video. Restart the recording again.
I can do that. Be happy to.
It doesn't hold worth, it holds value.
I'm here to help.
But anyway. But then I recall that
A sound plan.
Purge is gonna be, and it already has been, quite useful versus Undead.
Certainly.
I don't know if you recall when I was attacking this base in the previous video, the shorter one, but
Our town is
the-
under siege.
no. Oh my god, and I'm gonna lose everything because I'm not over there, right? Destroy them all! Kill everything. I mean, damage is being done, but... Oops. Where's Arthas? Yeah, too far. I mean, like, take a look at this. I lost a lot less than... in theory. Although I have less combat power, I lost a lot less than Lycondrius has. But then again, he didn't have to spend anything. In theory, like 300 mana to summon Infernals, but that doesn't mean much, does it? Fucking cunt. Oh yeah, that's why. That's why I can damage this piece of shit. No wonder. No wonder the AI has problems with him. Why Divine? It's like only Arthas can kill him. Fucking die, you shit.
Yes, my lord.
Unique. Justice.
Alright, that's it. Not gonna be waiting for... Not gonna be waiting for... I would love to, but... Actually, I won't be leaving anymore after I picked up the Hellstone, so I should be ready for any attack that the Conjurers tries to launch, but still. Move aside. I mean, step aside. I actually want to kill him. There.
Say the word. Orders? Of course. Aye, my lord.
Say the word.
Alright, so Group 2 exists, but Group 3 is non-existent. Oh yeah, and also the Scarlet Knights are just a reskin
Ready for action.
of the Knight. Yeah,
Command
so
me.
that's there as well.
Orders?
But I've asked the creator,
On my way.
and he said... He apparently wrote in the...
Research complete.
oh shit. In the
Something
forum of
word.
the project, or on the project page of the project, that he is revisioning it. There are changes, there will be changes, and that he's slowly replaying it.
Shall be done.
And I know he has a YouTube channel. I think it's Saggy5533. I'm not sure. He's uploading there, from what I've seen, commentary-less videos, or commentary. He's uploaded commentary-less playthroughs of just the disc campaign, and none of, well, you know, that means it's unspoken, but it also means not of none of his previous projects. I don't find it curious. He just wants to record the newest one, so fine, his choice.
Work.
And
Okie dokie.
oh, maybe I'll be able to buy a town hall for later use. Who knows?
Yes, lord.
I'm here
And
for honor.
I don't know where was I going with that.
Sound.
Yet another reason to restart. But as I said, fuck it. This one's gonna be full of mistakes, but you will see how I usually... Well, what will you see? I don't think that... unless you have a YouTube channel of your own, I don't think any of these would... Where am I going with this again? Right, but I don't think any of these mistakes that I make, which I consider mistakes, I don't think you will maybe you will, but I don't think you'll consider what I say mistakes as large as I see them. So... yeah, but anyway, I'll just leave them in. Which is like, I want it to be perfect on one side, but on the same side, I just make grammar mistakes. Like, I checked the last video and not even just grammar mistakes, but like meaning mistakes. Like, at first, I say that this base is purple when it changes to yellow, and then when I talk about it again, I say it's yellow. And... I mean, I get... Right, so that's that. And on to the next thing. I get why there's no gold mines inside of Stormwind. But I think there could be one elegant way to solve it, because eventually these will run out of resources. Like, I get it, there's supposed to be a limited support, but I think... like, Scarlet Crusade has an income, and it's able to sustain... to provide, like, sustained support. Actually meaningful. Because they send their heroes to attack. The hero with units. Whereas neither of these bases send heroes, so maybe they should have even more reserve gold than the Scarlet base does. So like, I think one, and I think I remember that from the campaign with the lizards, where like the Deathwing and Illidan were, I can't recall its name, but it was a lizard campaign, and I played it some while ago. You get to control dragons in the end. There's like the what's his name? The Serpent Prophet, the Vizier or something. And one way to solve like how odd a gold mine would look in the middle of a Lordaeron could be make a arcane vault, but like edit it some bit. I think it already exists somewhere on the Hive. Place it like close to the castle or to the town hall in question, and call it, you know, like a Stormwind vault, and you could solve gold income that way. Like, you know, like on top of the starting 10,000, because it's just a detail, yes, but you know, they would probably already have some resources, because they are in the process of rebuilding the city and repairing it. So they would probably stockpile or stock up on resources first, because before they would start to rebuild the city. So
Certainly. Orders? Yes, my
1, 2, 3, 4.
Say the word. What do you need? Aye, my lord. Yes, my liege.
What is
Alright, so that's repaired.
it? Righto.
Alright. This is gonna take a bit longer, but as said, I wanna do it. Oh my god, this again.
Is there danger?
Orders?
Yes, chieftain.
This time, I shouldn't lose any units, because the Holy Nova is... You know, Arthas is, as I said, I think I mentioned it once already. That's why I'm saying as I said. And then I remembered that maybe it's just my memory mixing things up. Arthas is OP, but he's OP in somewhat balanced way. Of course, his stats and the attack and the fact he does chaos break any unit. Completely any unit, without a question. But his other spells and abilities, although they have like ridiculous values and such, they're balanced. Like +8 armor to everything is ridiculous, but it doesn't make the footman unkillable. Or any other unit, or even himself. He does take damage, and he cannot out-heal the damage he takes. Contrary to Broxigar, but then again I thought about... You little fucking shit! Couldn't you have summoned those earlier? It's fucking... Stop. Okay, so the heal does affect an area as large as the particles show. Alright, all the units should just go away, because this little piece of shit is trying to have fun. And we don't want that. Alright, anyway, what I wanted to say earlier about the Lich over here, the Crusade, is that the Orb of Lightning, A, it has Purge, and B, it allows him to attack air, him being Arthas. But any orb would do that, but the Purge one I think is great, because he just had to shoot the tower. I don't like the Dreadlord, but I do want to see how much will the Shamans with Bloodlust be able to do when combined with the Footman and this passive. Oh, hello. Why is this one knight going so slow? He's just trying to be dramatic. So, da-da-da-da, we will purge the demons from this land. It's like then he runs into 6 Infernals and he dies within seconds. Even better, he just gets minus 600.
Of course, for honor.
100'd, I guess. By Tichondrius. Great.
Yes,
Four. Nice. And also Bloodlust on Arthas, especially.
I am yours.
Great. Oh, I'll train some more. Some more.
On my way.
3, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, my liege. Say the word.
Is there danger?
Because like, if it weren't for the Infernals, and if both of the bases just had, units which don't do as heavy area damage, I think that the Footmen could, like, I think that they have insane potential for damage dealt, especially when masked and when given like attack buffs. But I can't prove it yet because I think that the Infernals should be affected by it, but I haven't noticed any significant like drop in health of the Infernals when Footmen were sent, because I would expect, like, I think that there is a reasonable chance that, oh hey, and he levels up, level 9, level 10. Anyway, and he always dies when Tichondrius talks. What a coincidence. Like, I think there is a reasonable chance that the ability of the Footman, the research one, would trigger on multiple Footmen at the same time when attacking the same Infernal. But I haven't noticed, like, a significant drop in health, so either...
Justice shall be done.
Yes,
Oh, hello.
on my way.
War Chief. Is there danger?
No, you don't. Get bloodlusted. Oh yeah. Get fucked. Ha 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 ha. All those Footmen lust for your blood, for the blood that spilled blood of their brethren and such. Yeah, a bit of role-playing, because why not? Look at this mob. Oh man. This looks great, doesn't it? Oh, whoops. This is gonna be a problem. Oh, there we go. There it activated. Okay. Wake up! Stop sleeping! We're fighting a battle here. I don't want to have to wake up Arthas, so... Wait, did I turn it off? Wait, can it be turned off? What is this? He just gained mana and stats. When I clicked the retribution while it was in effect. He's just grown smaller. He isn't yellowy anymore. And it... Huh? Oh, now it expired. That was weird. Also, the light bugged out even more. Oh well.
Say the word. Yes, my liege. The forces are under attack.
Everyone group up for a heal.
I stand for the light.
There we go.
Forces are under attack.
Actually, the nitpicks I had about the quadruple footman reskin got me to think about how would I, and also I got to think about, you know, there's an ability that the footmen have, which I talked about already, the Pride of Lordaeron, and I get that you know, it's the creator's decision to name it whatever they see fit, but I was thinking about it, and I like wonder why would a footman's pride or a pride of a nation allow him to do extra massive amounts of extra damage in an area. And I was thinking maybe call it something like intense training or intensive training or extensive training, and that got me to think about an ability. Like if I had to make an ability that's an upgrade for a footman, and it's in a campaign like where even a footman matters. Like if I wanted to, not a footman matters, but if I wanted to have an upgrade that changes footman from a cannon fodder, occasionally a unit blocker, to not a deadly, but at least a unit that has noticeable impact, I wondered what ability would I actually make. Oh my god, I forgot to destroy that in time. And I came up with something, well, I remember, it's just a thing whether I'll be able to recall it well enough, because I'm focusing on two things at once. That is commentary, actually three, commentary, paying attention to the game, and trying to recall a memory. Oh my god. And I came up with an idea to call for an ability called, like, either intense or extensive training. Probably intensive training would be the one I'd go with. And the ability would increase the gold cost of a footman by, how much does he cost? 135, right? By either 60 or 70, but it would give a footman, and it is a very mild upgrade in a sense that it doesn't really make a footman have noticeable impact, but if it would be more tame in terms of, there we go, in terms of you know, like hero damage and hero stats and whatever, it could be a strong upgrade. So it increases, it costs resources to research, and it has some research time. I didn't think about the cost or the research time yet, but it would increase the gold cost of a footman by 70, increase its health by 100, its armor by 2, and its damage by 5. And I thought also about giving them some other abilities. Well, some other. Once the training is researched, give it I know this ability, that such an ability has probably been created once already, but give them like a 10% chance, or 5%, that's better. No high numbers, because it's still a footman, remember. So like 5% chance to parry an attack, meaning they take no damage. And like a 5% chance to stun a target for 0.5 seconds and do 15 damage to it. Like the first will be called a parry, and the second will be called a shield bash. You know, and so the footman would have like 520 health, 22, 24 damage, and it would have 10 armor. But it would cost extra in exchange. Because it would reflect that if you want to have a better army, it's not just about clicking a button in blacksmith. You know, that if you want to make better equipment, I always found it strange that you do a research in the blacksmith and suddenly every unit has better equipment. I know that's for balance reasons, but if one wanted to have like extra details, it could be that each tier that the player researches increases the cost of a unit in some way. It's like this costs, actually both of them. This would probably increase like the gold cost of all of the affected units by some amount, and etc. So Because what I wanted to say and where I wanted to go with that was,
Say the word.
it would be a detail, but it would be a nice touch in my opinion, that if you want to have a better army than your opponent, if you want to have, you know, like better equipment or whatever, it's not going to only cost you a lot to research, but even more to put it into effect, you know, like to equip all of your, or at least most of your soldiers. So that's why, I mean, it's not connected anyhow to this mission at all. I just wanted to say what I tried to come up with and what I came up with in the end.
What do you need?
And you know, upgrades like the one I mentioned could be done for, like, let's say every unit. You could have an upgrade that increases gold cost of peasants by 10, and maybe makes them cost like 5 lumber per unit, but and that would be pretty complicated, but you could have the upgrade which I just described, which would increase the cost of a peasant to 85/5, like gold/lumber, so that they could actually have, like, I don't know, bows? And if they would change to militia, they'd have an extra 100-200 health. So it's like, imagine a peasant which, when he switches to militia, he gains 200 health and can be either melee or ranged. That would be a militia, right? It wouldn't be just a guy with an axe and a shield running around. But I guess that's the point of militia. It's not supposed to be... But for the purpose of a campaign, I think that would be good, wouldn't it? Something like that. But I know that creating attack... Actually, maybe not be able to switch between stances, but to have an air attack. Or like, whatever, throw axes, something. It's just, for the purposes of campaign, I think it would be good. Although fucky, because I've played, like, some projects that had unit stance switching. So, like, a melee could become ranged and vice versa. And it would, like, reset the health of a unit, so regardless of how damaged it was, you know. Which would break the immersion. And I'm not anyhow great, or even good, for that matter, trigger designer or ability designer or whatever. Hell, I even had serious issues getting... What was it? Unit portraits to work. Maybe it's not that difficult of a task, but... Oh, sorry, maybe it's not that easy of a task, but in my opinion it sounds easy, and it's just I've been having serious issues with it. Would you look at that? Arthas wasn't even there, Varrock wasn't attacking, and they've just wrecked that Doomguard. There we go. That's what you call damage. It's good it doesn't attack buildings, because if it did, boy oh boy, would these footmen be very powerful. Hey ghouls, get fucked. See? There we go. Erased. In no time. Almost no time. Alright, what am I destroying? Oh right, I forgot. The quest log doesn't show exact objectives. Only the flavor text. Oh, so maybe destroying the orange one was a complete waste of time, because... Because it says destroy the undead base, not bases. But even then, it wasn't a waste of time, because I talked about, like, things and whatever. Oh yeah.
Is there danger?
Oh, right. Each and every one of the heroes has an Inferno Stone. That's why the Dreadlord was able to, you know, like, rain down 2 extra. Huh? Get out of here with that shit. Oh yeah. Orcs and humans working together against the undead. Oh, whoops. Speaking of which... No! Live! Yes. Mission passed with respect. Cue the GTA theme. think it's like GTA 4, 3, not sure.
Say the word.
This tower is gonna be supercharged from all the electricity that's hitting it. Oh, whoops, nope. Oh. Yeah, this one's gonna die, probably.
On my way.
Ah, too bad.
You need.
Alright, what else is there?
Here's my
There's a sacrificial pit, right? Yes, a sacrificial pit. Should also construct some towers on the left, but we know that doesn't matter. Because the only threat is from north, so... Alright, now off to dealing with it. So it seems like I haven't seen Kel'Thuzad at all, and I haven't been attacked by purple at all since then, so I guess... Yeah, and I haven't found another necropolis, so there's a very high chance that that was the only necropolis. Hey, you see that? Green screen. Woo! Oh, I may want to buy towers. I could use them later to break things.
I'm here to help. For
Alright, we're gonna do a heal. There we go.
for honor.
The heal seems to heal in ticks, and then if it lasts for the full duration, there's a final flat heal. Which is nice. You know, if Arthas gets interrupted, he doesn't heal as much. That's another great detail. Although the description says healing instantly, which is... It's like, no. That's not the case here.
Of course. A sound plan.
I can buy Town Portal Scrolls, though. I didn't know that was a thing in the Orc shop. Maybe it was supposed to be a thing in the human shop as well, but... Oh well. I'm gonna take this opportunity to actually
I stand for the
buy
light.
things. Alright, let's give him an orb too.
Oh. Hey. Are you hear and obey? Yes.
Hmm.
Justice shall be done.
There we go. That's better.
Sound
Oh, right, it's not my units. Unholy sheep, be gone! Oh, there's more unholy sheep. Charge! The footman tide will roll over you. Oh, the bloodlust sounds. Oh, no you don't. No. That means... You know what that means? Either the Scourge doesn't have tech requirements for Necropolis, for the worms.
How can I help?
Verms? Verm? I know it sounds like worm, but... Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced, isn't it? Even in the case that that's not how it's pronounced. What I want to say is, either they don't have tech requirements for these, or there's a Hall of the Dead somewhere. Where's Shipyard? Hello! Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior, Pride of Lordaeron? Charge! Oh no, 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 no. Watch out about these. They're deadly. There we go. And res. Great. There we go. He's down. Down goes the other Lich. Nice. There's like this one tower, which is preventing the, oh, and the shipyard, which are preventing the mission from being finished, right? Or is there something else that I missed? Like it says, you can now train flyers. Oh, there we go. Good. King Arthas, troops from Stormguard and Dalaran have arrived to aid us against the Scourge. Isn't that a bit late? Excellent. We should prepare defenses at once. Are you sure? I've just finished defending Lordaeron. I've erased any and all undead in the area. I guess he means that there's more undead to be... to arrive? I guess. Anyway, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.